side like African, and the next prefer East Indian. But this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Yeah, why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A good leader, be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear, holding ethics and integrity. Yeah. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation lead. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Oh, good leaders are born not bred, setting standards is get tread. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate, because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader. Oh, when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. So those coming after could duplicate. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this country needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed. Good leaders are born not bred, being a mentor is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking small. No, no. No, 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 that's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always booze, drinking alcohol. No, 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 that's not a leader at all. At all, no Casanova, always chasing skirts. No, no, leader at all. At all, and if it's the treasury that they out to hurt, my. No, 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 that's not a leader at all. My. Whoa, we don't want that. We can't handle that. Whoa, a leader, we don't want that. We can't handle that. A trickster, a conman, a hustler. We don't need someone specialized in fraud, but want to be respected and never rejected. Here at home and especially abroad, they don't have to be a lawyer or doctor. Their first degree should be common sense. And when it's time to decide, you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take. Don't sit on the fence, because a leader mustn't drift like sinking sand. By the courage of his convictions, he should stand. And a leader can't bend with every wind. seduced by flattery. That is not what this nation needs. We don't need another trumpet, indeed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young girls to breed. Blessed. Good leaders are born not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born not made, lifting up others is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Yes, good leaders are born not made, leaving us better off is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Now, we are exactly 12:11, and I humbly apologize to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You could have other things better to do than to sit down and listen to this program. But many of you understand the importance of some of the things that we divulge here. So the audience that is joining us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok, good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. Now, the reason why we would have contended to do this show today, on the 8th of September 2025, that was just yesterday, we would have happened to be at the opening of the bridge in Vancouver. Many of you, Trinidad and Tobago, may not know the significance of us being and highlighting that would have taken place yesterday. The Councillor in Brea, Jillion Lewis, would have opened the bridge connecting Vancouver extension to the main Vancouver. And many of you may not have known, but in October the 16th, 2016, a child would have almost lost their lives crossing on that bridge that I had in our, it was a wooden structure, and now it is not so again. They would have placed a concrete structure over it, but that wasn't adequate enough as to ascertain or to allay the issues that was still pending there on that very day. Again, the many of you that are there on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube, thanks for joining me. Now is when Abdul who is on TikTok, thanks for joining me. This is the time, 12:14 p.m. Right, so as I say, we would have taken the initiative to highlight this issue here on this platform. Many of you, when the video would have went out yesterday, many of you say, boy, Jeff, you exaggerate the issue. And I am here to tell you that is not the case. Because there was a child, and we are going to put it up on the screen here for you to see. If it wasn't for a gentleman that was passing there that day, that was passing there over the bridge that day, if it wasn't for that gentleman, that child would have lost their lives. Their life, a matter of fact. Just waiting a little bit for the director to place it on the screen for you to see. Right. Now in 2018, in 2016, October 21st, that child would have lost their life, would have almost lost his life crossing that bridge. And the importance was this: that opening, we would have crossed a milestone, because there are people still having panic attacks. Yeah, right there. Because of that same bridge. And when I say that, I want to say this. I want to jump right into the discussion concerning sabotage. Concerning political sabotage. And where Vancouver and Labrie and parts of Labrie is positioned, and why these things is going on in this area. So let me run right into the video concerning what would have taken place yesterday, so many of you might have a gist, and we will come back on the back end and we will chop this thing up.
Finally happened, and that the community, at the end of the day, is about community, that the community benefits from it, especially the children, right? This is most important, because we have seen what the other bridge has done to children crossing. Is very, very dangerous. And this is a vast improvement by the councillor and his team, and we thank you, we are grateful, and I hope that every other little projects that we have and that we need for the community for development's sake, that you will push it straight ahead the same way too, right? And again, it's not about anything else but community. So it's always for the benefit of the kids, because I mean, we don't do what we have to do, and everything that parents do now is for the children. So it's for the young ones. We're doing everything we're doing in the community. So we thank you. We are thankful, and blessings we then need.
On behalf of Vancouver United, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. Like, this is such a special occasion. As Patrice said before, this is long in the making. I could remember coming to school and had to go through water to reach here. So this is a proud moment for us. I feel like I come full circle.
Good morning again, everyone. I first want to say how thankful I am that you all came out this Monday morning at 7 o'clock to be here with me. You know, I would have not want to have a big media coverage and these big events because I understood that this bridge is for you, the people of Vancouver, the Vancouver and the Vancouver extension. So it felt right to invite you all here and let's walk this bridge together for the first time. Now I understood that there were challenges in the past with the former bridge, whether it be the school children going to school in the morning and passing through flood waters to reach Vancouver, or the elderly going to check their family, or a young man or a young woman who is going to work in the morning. You may do with what you had, because that is what a strong community does. Now I want to say thank you particularly for your patience and your persistence towards this project. Before I move on, I want to be clear that this wasn't my vision. This came from meetings that was held with the community of Vancouver within my first year of office. And this was one of the projects that was outlined to me. One so far that has been completed, and there have been many others. But I want to assure you that I stand with you to have better facilities, better roads, better drainage for the community of Vancouver. Now when I see this bridge here, this is more than just concrete and steel. It is safety for our school children, it is convenience for the community, and it is pride for Vancouver. So I will be short, and I want to say thank you so much. Let us come together and walk this bridge for the first time, as not as individuals, not as a politician, but as a community. I thank you all so much, and I would like to invite the member from the Vancouver United, a member from the Village Council, an elderly person, a young person, to join me in cutting this ribbon as we officially open and walk this bridge together. Thank you.
Lovely. Hip.
Thank you so much. So let's walk together to the community.
Yes, ma'am.
You ready? Just move safely, man. Good job.
If you didn't see the water here, but that water here was big all running.
The rainfall. Councillor, don't mind you build the bridge high. The drain the river's not a dredge, huh? Because the water does back up the road. We have a very bad caiman infestation here when rain falling. I understand that. What I'm saying is, the river still have to dredge, my lord.
So the only thing I would have bring the press. I would like to see a page in the press saying "Bridge over troubled waters." That would have been my headline. Bridge over troubled waters. Councillor for Brighton Vestiny. Opening of the bridge in Vancouver. Nice article to read. Positive news.
All right, JV. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, we really pray for this bridge, right? Vancouver have a lot of praying souls. And in everything we do, we put God first. We did put God. Year come year go, we didn't get it through, but we didn't lose faith. We hold the faith. And today, with God and this councillor, I believe we get through in this area. And we're hoping for many more to come through to this guy here, because he, for goodness, he is a praying soul too. But that's very much.
That's our communication specialist from the Vancouver community. His name is Abba Antonio.
This lady is a heavyweight champion on the scene. Heavyweight champion. Don't play staying in the corner and saying anything. Let me hear what you have to say concerning this project.
You see this project here? I talk for that project. For those children, especially when Howie name come and put the extension, they prevent them from going to school. Right? And we talk to the land, I call the land come down here, you watch and see what was going on and see what you're going to do. And with the committee, thank God that we get a bridge now. A lovely bridge like we on the highway.
I walking high.
Thank God for God.
Yes.
And we, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, why you think that the people of Vancouver have been praying night and day concerning the opening of that bridge? It wasn't 1 year and we get the bridge in it. It was for years the people of Vancouver have been praying and praying for the opening of that bridge. And before, a matter of fact, I don't give it away already, because there was a little child that would have taken place on the 21st of October 2016, just on the heels of the PNM winning election. The highway project, there was a lot of wells in the area that have been capped off underneath the regime of the UNC government. And the contractor that would have done that did not do the job very well. They go on the cap off well, they put wood out. We investigated it. When we would have traced back the well, we would have seen wood blocking the pipe. And this child here would have fallen into the river, and if the ears of a grown adult wasn't keen and sharp, this child would have died. And when we say people of Trinidad and Tobago, that the councillor in the area is working more than the MP with limited resources, I mean, it speaks for itself. This is just a little councillor in charge, within a particular area, don't have funding and the big allocation that an MP does get to see about his community. And he would have made it his duty to see that this project is completed for the first day of school. When everybody is focusing on putting police in school with guns, and we know they can't use it, the councillor would have ensured, would have put the minds to rest of some of the parents that sending their children to school and knowing that they have to pass there or send them on the road where it equally is as dangerous to go to school. That dream would have been commenced on the 8th of the 9th month 2025. And if not for anything, that is something worth being commended. And some of you might ask the question, why it is that this undertaking would have never taken place underneath both administration. And there is where this conversation require your ears, and it become very dangerous. There is something that we call political victimization or sabotage as the right way to put it. Parts of the Labra constituency falls under the borough of Saparia, including the village in question. So in this sense here, people of Trinidad and Tobago, when we're talking about political sabotage, we are talking about misinformation, obstruction, or stymie the ability to perform properly. And I, Renison Jeffrey, at this point in time, is accusing, is laying it square at the foot of the Saparia Corporation that they are responsible for the neglect of this community here that is on the screen. When we are seeing all over Saparia penal that fall under the same Saparia Corporation getting well seen about, their rivers and their drains within that area that is not being attended to, and no matter how much time you complain to these individuals, to the people and them that is in charge, it falls on deaf ears, and this needs to stop. Many a times the people in this area cry out to the corporation to call them. Some of them have to journey from Labra to Saparia, and the rivers remain clogged, bushes, and then a matter of fact, let me go into some of the pit here, because let God be truth and everybody a liar. A pit here do not lie. The pit here do not lie. It don't lie at all. It don't lie. And you tell me if this is right and this is fair to the people in the Labra constituency to be going through these kind of political sabotage. Because at the end of the day, what they are trying to do is for the people and they would have succeeded when they withhold resources from the people within this area. They turn on the MPs. But if you would have listened to the interview that I would have had with that very councillor, he would have said that he would have employed certain tactics to deal with the situation in a particular way. When they had to go through months and years some of the times for development to take place, when they done, there are certain people mounting platforms and saying, you see, or your councillor, he's a shitong. Or you see your MP, they ain't doing nothing for you. And it's years after years, and time passing, and requests have been made, and there is no alleviation to these requests. Pity number one. We must know the truth here today. Yes, I'm trying to orient this picture that you can have a look of some of the neglect. And when you're done, or you're telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the people within the area, a library, chaining them up and saying, oh, your MP or your councillor don't work for all you. Now, this is a drain here. Now, you hear the lady would have said it. Now look at that river there. You see the man on the column, but behind that you see is the bush there. That is the river. And numerous requests have been made to clean that river, only for it to fall on deaf ears. Let us straighten up this picture, right? That is the river behind there that you are seeing, and there are other pictures in it. I wanted to get one that you could see it properly, that you could understand what I am saying. Right, that is the river there. That is the river. For years and years and years gone by, and at the end of the day, nobody is taking this thing serious, regardless to the factor that a child almost died inside there. Like the river there. So that right there was a picture of what is taking place within that river. All because the people in this area support the PNM, the UNC Corporation. The UNC Corporation is sabotaging the area of Brea and environs. And what we are doing about this, what we are saying about this, you would have seen the amount of promises that we have been promised here on this platform throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, promises like that. And when the people of Trinidad and Tobago asking for checks and balances, there is none to say. When we get in with 10%, We are asking for checks and balances. When we are getting the promises that was promised to us in this general election, or you feel just so is to just go up on a platform and just say we will give away this, we will give away that, and at the end of the day no deliverance or no intentions to deliver. And we would have said this numerous times here on this platform. Lying is not a strategy. Lying is an outright betrayal of what is taking place. But what we gonna say, we look for what? We look for that. Some of the people ain't no better, because I see certain people that is not in the right head, and they were transported to various polling stations to vote for particular parties. Some of them, they can't walk, they're selling taxis for them to pick them up. And I ain't talking about just UNC alone and on both sides of the fence. But when we employ a government, it's for them to deliver. And it's as if the people of Trinidad and Tobago, many of you, many of the supporters of the UNC, know the incompetence of that government. Because instead of you ask, instead of the people state to their representative, hey, look, this man asking questions outside here, you know, address it. They are saying to you, Trinidad, logical thinking people, the government now come in power as if they didn't have a mandate. My God! How foolish! Or you think that people is in Trinidad and Tobago? All over social media programs like that, YouTube channels popping up, Facebook page posting on your phone, and it's a bunch of bullshit right through. Is this what we vote for? We vote for a government to say, all right, oh God, let me do a thing. That is what we vote for. We vote for performance. We want to see performance. The people want alleviation. They want fulfillment to the promises that you would have said that you could do better. And this is what it is. Not to send out your dotage supporters and them and say, oh God, leave them alone. This is not what we want here. Answering or producing to the promise that you would have said in your manifesto on the campaign trails. Bombarded social media with this, with that and the other. All those things. What you are telling me is a lie today. And the supporters of the party agreeing with that. This child here, this child almost died in the river in which the bridge was built. That is in Vancouver. Almost died here. And for numerous attempts, notes, requests, allocations, that bridge has been made. And because it's the superior corporation responsibility, it was to build a bridge in a PNM community, it never happened.
Finally happened, and that the community, at the end of the day, is about community, that the community benefits from it, especially the children, right? This is most important because we have seen what the other bridge has done to children crossing. Is very, very dangerous. And this is a vast improvement by the councillor and his team, And we thank you, we are grateful, and I hope that every other little projects that we have and that we need for the community for development's sake, that you will push it straight ahead the same way too, right? And again, it's not about anything else but community, so it's always for the benefit of the kids, because I mean, we don't do what we have to do, and everything that parents do now is for the children, so it's for the young ones. We're doing everything we're doing in the community, so we thank you, we are thankful, and blessings we then need.
On behalf of Vancouver United, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. Like, this is such a special occasion. As Patrice said before, this is long in the making. I could remember coming to school and had to go through water to reach here. So this is a proud moment for us. I feel like I come full circle.
Good morning again, everyone. I first want to say how thankful I am that you all came out this Monday morning at 7 o'clock to be here with me. You know, I would have not want to have a big media coverage on these big.
That is the reason why I would have made myself present there on that location. Now, the article in question, for some of the naysayers and them, let me bring this to the forefront that you could understand what we are saying. This is here within the Daily Express. Four-year-old schoolboy tumbled into oil-polluted river in Vancouver early this week, triggering a protest led to Energy Minister Nicole Oliveri ordering Petrotrin to clean up the river immediately. And the article, the entire article is there for you to see. Now, as I would have said, the article was October 21st, 2016. And if many of you would have known the highway and where the highway would have passed through that area, many of you would have understand your geographic location and the amount of oil wells that it have within the area of St. Patrick that contributes 40% of the country's wealth. Yes, 40%. And when that bridge have been proposed down to my uncle, the late Fitzgerald Jeffrey, have been making recommendations for that bridge. But at the end of the day, it didn't fall on deaf ears, innit? The Superior Regional Corporation want to make the MPs of Labrie look incompetent. Look at this bridge that it have on a main road here. The same bridge where children have to pass, the same main bridge. we would have already write the new MP Clyde Elder concerning this. And there are many things that we are going to show you here. You know. We are going to show you many of the things here that people in this area is going through. Yet still, or you want to walk around by house, go by Carnation Park, in which the project have been already proposed. The grounds have already been prepared, and we will treat with that issue coming later down within the week. But let me see if we can pull that video concerning the other issues that the people are facing in the library, that people are making representation by a man that would have proposed on the heels of election that he will do whatever it takes to serve his community, and yet still his wife, this one, that one on boards, all over the on boards, all over.
Is a vote that negotiations will start with no less than 10%.
That this 10% is also for you with the consolidation of the cost of living allowance. Going back to the start of your negotiation period, PNM give you 000. Kamla Prasad Bisesa are going to give you 10% and the consolidation of COLA.
The period that we are talking about that starts with no less than 10% is the period 14 to 16, 17 to 19, the very same period that we rejected the offer of 4%. As I've said in the past, and I'll continue to say, we look forward to no later than this budget, September, October, where workers can finally see that 10% offer placed on the table so that we could recommence negotiations at 10%.
Our commitment given to workers, they include among them, the Prime Minister have openly said, we will find a way to resolve all the negotiation as promised.
God willing, we keep our promises.
So in this fiscal year coming next
God willing, we will keep our promise. Still working on it. Looking for money. If you have any, give us some. Thank you all. First Peter chapter 3, verses 8 to 12. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. They must turn from evil and do good. They must seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil.
Election day is for the people who worked hard to get qualified, but still sit at home, depressed because he or she cannot get a job.
For a party that has had in its manifesto for quite some time that one of the things you'll want to work on is creating a wider job market and getting jobs for younger people, you'll are not doing a very good job.
Because someone else got that job because they have a daddy and they have the connections. Election day is for the mother walking the aisles of the grocery store with her children and with a pen and a pencil or a calculator in her hand because the food prices keep rising and she has to keep a tab on what she can buy. When a child picks up a snack, that mother must not have to tell that child put it back because she cannot afford it. Everybody deserves an equal chance.
Former CPAC workers say they remain in limbo following the termination of over 300 contracts due to alleged irregularities. And while they support an audit, they wanted to know when they will be rehired.
Everybody deserves an equal chance.
Landlord coming by the door. Landlord knocking on your door. You can't afford to pay rent. They put in all your stuff at the side of the road. That is embarrassment. As you now said, the pending investigation, we will get rehired. We will get rehired. We can't say, landlord, we're going to get rehired. You could wait a month or 2 or 3. How long is that?
Election day is for the mother walking the aisles of the grocery store with her children and with a pen and a pencil or a calculator in her hand.
Former CPAC workers say they remain in limbo following the termination of over 300 contracts.
So the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I have to ask you guys a question. When you vote, what you vote for? When you put up your hand and vote, what you vote for? Did you vote for the government to tell you, boy, we go, we go give for you. You gotta give you a little time, innit? You vote for that? Yeah, we keep on having a little technical difficulties here behind the scene, but nonetheless, right, so sorting out that issue there. When you vote Trinidad and Tobago, did you vote for a government to tell you that wait, we have to hold on a little bit? Because that wasn't their modus of operandi. We had Michaela Pandey, we had the PNM, we had the APP, we had Hope. We had the end so outright, like this administration that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. And when people asking for the promises, for the deliverance of the promise that they would have promised you before April 28th, it's all kind of speed talk on social media. Your followers are saying the most set a bull that you could ever even self-conceptualize. Wait. We want to see just now. Give it 3 months. Give it 2 months. Give it a year. And then before you know it, nobody can get no 10% because we don't know Felicia Thomas is a big liar. We don't know already that she lied to you. We would have showed you from where she from Leroy Batiste come straight up the line and where they're shifting the goalpost to mean something else. But to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you must remain attentive and pay attention to their lies. Because if a government could lie to you, their intentions is no good. That is why this must be the litmus test to prove them. This thing different here today. This thing different. And again, we were talking about this individual here that would have fallen within the bridge. And according to the thumbnail would have suggested that the councillor works more than the MP, and this is the truth. So to you that would have never seen the entire interview and want to go across it, you could go over the live. Or you could follow us on TikTok daily. We put information on TikTok, on Workers' Rights 868 on TikTok, on Facebook, and we on YouTube. For the many of you that are watching us here currently on YouTube, we will try our utmost best, to keep the show as regular as possible. Yes, there are guests that we are bringing on script here, people that is saying the same thing. We call them the expendable team. The expendables. We will bring that to fruition very soon. And just to give you an idea that as to what we have installed for you, we are a group of powerful activists that is speaking throughout social media concerning the inconsistencies that they are saying. We are just putting it together within the background concerning the team of expendable people that will go in and deal with the truth whether they like it or not. Let me bring that there to the forefront. Director, show them now. We don't keep secrets here. We don't keep secrets. So let me show you guys what we have in store coming in the months ahead. Because we believe that people must talk out on what is taking place, and there are a lot of people reinventing the wheel here. So the many of you that want to be on board, want to be a part of what is taking place here, you could reach out to me on 333-2176. Welcome here to the team. This year, it's based on the shows that we are going to keep. We're not greedy. We're not reinventing the wheel. All we are asking for you to have is the courage to speak out. Yes, that is the expendable team. There are many other people that will be added to the cast. So we have that coming within the months ahead. When no man is coming to save us, we have to save ourselves. My name is Wenison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Now is actually 1:04. Today is the 9th of the 9th month 2025. And this is the time here where I take my leave. Thanks for watching and being a part of this program. Subscribe to the platform. Put on your bell notification because the show comes sporadically. At any point in time, we come in with the truth here. we haven't been talking about this whole Venezuelan issue. Because still we are forming more context behind it, and I get a little busy because at the end of the day, UNC getting rid of a lot of people, and sometimes you have to go and fish now in open waters. So currently it's making myself busy behind the scene, trying to make a living. But at the same time, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this program, and we are going to be loading things on Facebook. Well, we plan to do the short video. That is the schedule that we have. The short clips, we're putting it now on TikTok. And we may put some of it on YouTube too as well. So subscribe to our platform for the full updates. We will be posting when we are going live. So the many of you that are outside there, that are sitting back, that in the audience, that want to know, that want to be a part of the program as well. Once you have a computer, you have a strong internet, a smartphone, reach out to us. There are things that we cannot express in the way you might express it. So we urging you, or we inviting you to be a part of this platform. Thanks for watching, and I am out. And as to the MP, we are walking now, cap. Stop walking around and fooling people. People were action. Oh, you give out 300 hampers to the people who was collateral damage. But use a waste of time, yes? Use a waste of time.